Transparency Tracker, a group is digging into government spending and your taxpayer dollars.
Yeah, this week they're focusing on oversight of federal earmarks into Maine. Adam Andrzejewski, the CEO and founder of Open the Books, joins us now live. And what's the update you have on the earmarks that are, of course, here in some of the charitable and nonprofits in Maine?
So in the last omnibus spending bill, Congress allocated earmarks, local pet projects, at the behest of U.S. Senator Susan Collins and the Maine congressional delegation. And so we took a look at some of the largest earmarks to public charities locally and across the state. And here's what we found. We found 5 major charities in Maine that are not registered with the most basic license to be able to solicit funds in the state. Those 5 public charities received out of Congress on earmarks $12.5 million. I want to run through a brief list of those 5. So it's the Maine Irish Heritage Center right there in Portland, $3 million earmark, and they're listed as canceled on the state website at the Department of Professional and Financial Regulation. They're not supposed to be able to solicit funds in the state. The Auburn Police Activities League, $3 million earmark. They're a public charity. We couldn't find any evidence that they've been filing an IRS 990 or that they had registered with the state. The YMCA in Auburn and Lewiston, they were not registered with the state. Obviously, they've been around for 153 years. Immediately at our request, when we pointed this out to them, they sprang into action, and now their license is now pending. Friends of the Veterans Memorial Library in Patton, Maine, they were just started in April. They're getting a $3.9 million earmark. They didn't even know they had to be registered with the state. And Colonial Theater in Augusta, the capital city, a $1.5 million earmark. And again, they're not listed on the state website either. So these are organizations receiving millions and aren't even in basic compliance with Maryland Charitable Solicitation Act law.
So what exactly are the rules, Adam, in order for them to technically get this money?
So in order to solicit funds in the state of Maine, you have to be registered with the Department of Professional and Financial Services. If you're not, then you're considered unlicensed to practice. And if they find out that you're soliciting funds, they turn you over to the Attorney General. So it's a big deal. A violation is considered a violation of the Unfair Trade Practices Act in Maine. And if they determine that it's a willful violation, it is actually a Class D crime. That's according to the department who responded to our request for comment yesterday. And so there has to be more on this. You know, this rule exists to protect the public from unscrupulous charities, and charities across the state should be complying with this very basic state law.